Jim here with Ballman Tech. So you might have clicked on this video because you might be thinking about buying this. Well, today we're going to have a little overview of it, see what's going on with it, see what it looks like in the system, see if it's a good buy. Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. So let's go ahead and go over. Got RGB here, RGB there. Got some red lights here that light up when you got your memory installed. Currently I'm rocking 16 gig kit, a Crucial Ballistics DDR4. Works pretty good, running at 2.4 gigahertz. Then you got little red lights here to let you know what speed you're running your PCI Express at. So if it's red, you're running at 16. If it's white, you're running it times 8 by 4 or by 2. So right here, this is a multi-GPU board. You can SLI, you can crossfire with it. So if you really want multi-GPU, probably why you got the X370 chipset. With that being said, this one here is PCI Express 3.0 by 16 if you're running 1 GPU. If you're running 2, now you're at 3 by 8. And if you're running all 3, you've got 2 at 3 by 8 and 1 at 2 by 4. Alright, so they put the M.2 slot here in between your first and second GPU slots. But here's the problem I have with it. First off, does the heatsink really work? Does it really? Secondly, you put 1 GPU in here. It's where you're supposed to run it, right? It's what the documentation says. Now your GPU blocks the whole thing. I got an RX 480. Blocks this entire thing and half the RGB strip over here that you pay good money for. So, I wish that you could put this down here. At least you could show off this little shield. It might look a little bit better, but you can't. Also, wish there had been a couple more USB ports. We got some 3.1 Gen 1s. Got 4 of those. Got a couple Type A 2.0s. Then you got a Type A 3.1 Gen 2 and a Type C 3.1 Gen 2. You got your audio, you got optical audio out, your HDMI and your DVI. Well, that's for your APUs that AMD still hasn't released yet. So if you're buying this board right now, unless you're really trying to get the most out of your A series, I'm rocking an R7 1700 in this right now with the stock RGB Rayspire cooler. One nice little thing I like about this board, it has an easy debug LED, so if your CPU, your RAM, your boot disk, or even your GPU isn't installed correctly, light a little light up, at least let you know what's going on. Right down here you got your 4-pin RGB header, and it also comes with a Y adapter, so like I'm running it on my RGB cooler, and then I have another RGB lighting in my case, so this thing runs it all, keeps it all in sync. As long as your RGBs are actually of good quality, at least enough compared to the AMD one, even though the white on these really lights up pink. Okay, so I paid $180. I pre-ordered this. I know everybody says don't pre-order, but I was excited. Got on a little bit on that hype train. Still on it, actually. I think the R7 is a pretty good bet. I do a lot of productivity. I do game some, but my emphasis is really in rendering. So, perfect. 8-core, 16-thread, got it overclocked 3.9 gigahertz. What more do you need? For my budget, I'll go with a Ryzen. Now here's where I went wrong. I paid $180 for this board. I like RGB. RGB's nice. I like M.2. M.2's nice. But here's, tell you what, I don't even have an M.2 drive. And I was thinking, man, I'm going to future-proof myself. Go ahead and get it. I'm already running an SSD and I don't have an M.2. So, would I recommend, should you spend $180 a year hard-earned cash on this board? Well, if you just got to have RGB and you want this like monochrome look and you want 2 M.2 slots, then maybe this is a board for you. I don't know. You tell me. Tell me in the comments below what you think about this board. I like the carbon look. It's basically carbon vinyl. But here's what I think you should buy. So you want the X370 chipset, you want to be able to rock a couple GPUs, you know, a couple bad boys in there, well, maybe you should get the MSI SLI Plus. It's like $40 cheaper. It's the same PDB. I mean, even look at it. It's got the same little audio line, even though it don't have RGB. It's the same PDB, same chipset. You only get one M.2 slot. And oh yeah, USB ports are blue instead of red. Oh no. I mean, really, you need that? Are you looking at USB ports every day? Oh, and you don't get RGB. Maybe you should get the NZXT Hue later on down the road. Maybe that suits you better. But is it really worth $40 extra? So, with that being said, for me, it's a nice board. Do I wish I wouldn't have pre-ordered and maybe bought the SLI Plus that just got released? Yeah. Next I'm going to show you how it looks in the case. See what you think. Alright, so now that you take a look at the footage, you gonna buy it? So if you like this video and you want to see more, be sure to comment, smash that like button, or dislike if that's how you feel. That's cool too. Subscribe for future content from Baldman Tech. Peace out.